Hey guys, it's Bro You Whack, and guess what time it is? Yep, it's time for me to simp for you guys. It's time for me to do the video that you guys voted for in last week's top 5 episode because you just refused to do the episode that I want to get out of the way. But hey, what can I say? I'm a giver. Today we're going to be looking at the top 5 most game-breaking DLC heroes to ever come into Overwatch. Now, I want it to be known and emphasized this is only going to be DLC heroes. All the way from Ana back in 2016 to the now recently released Echo Hero is going to be considered fair game to be considered the most game-breaking DLC hero. And I thought about doing non-DLC heroes to be considered the most game-breaking heroes, but the thing with that is that most of the time, the reason why those heroes are game-breaking is because they just received a buff, or they were Widowmaker and Roadhog back at the beginning of 2016. And I already did a video looking at the top 5 most iconic buffs in Overwatch, which would be considered game-breaking, so if you want to go watch that video, you totally can, but this time around, we're just going to be focusing on DLC heroes. So finally, ladies and gentlemen, let's look at the top 5... Oh, wait, I almost forgot, honey. I forgot to simp for you. Vote in the top right-hand corner. I wish I could do the top left-hand corner, but the eye's always in the top right-hand corner between the top 10 best sprays versus the top 5 best voice actors in Overwatch. You know, we've been doing a lot of skins lately and a lot of in-game stuff. I figured we'd do something we haven't really done before, which is look at in real-life people, but it's still related to Overwatch. I thought it'd be a fun video. But now that the simping's done, let's look at the top 5 most game-breaking DLC heroes in Overwatch. Beginning our list at number 5 is a weird hero to start off our list because 1, some people will actually forget that she was a DLC hero, and 2, a lot of people will be nostalgic over her because she came out at quote-unquote the golden time of Overwatch. But I will explain my reasons as to why she is game-breaking and still to this day game-breaking, but this, ladies and gentlemen, will be Ana. The Grandma Sniper of Overwatch was the first DLC hero to ever come into Overwatch, and she was well received by the Overwatch mass. I mean, she was a sniper. Yes, she was a support, but she was still a sniper at the end of the day, which back in 2016, there were only really 2 snipers in the game, Hanzo and Widowmaker. So another sniper was well welcomed, but another support hero was even more welcomed because there were only 4 support heroes. Mainly 3. We had Zenyatta, then we had Lucio, and then we had Mercy, the main healer, and then we had Symmetra, which back then she was able to give people shields, which I guess would be considered support. She wasn't a support. So finally we got a true healer, and not only that, a true main healer to compete with Mercy. But what makes her game breaking? Is it the amount of heals that she can dish out, even sometimes more than Mercy? Not so much. Is it the fact that she's able to give lots of DPS too, even though she's mainly a support hero? Well, that sure as heck helps. It's the fact that she's able to sleep dart the ulting Genji, when back in 2016, that was one of the best DPS heroes to use, and beforehand, Mercy couldn't defend herself. What, with that little piece? Genji mains would laugh at the sight of Mercy, just fearful of her life, but no more. No more, because now Ana can sleep dart you and teabag you, make you taste her grandma nuts, and kill you all in one fail swoop. Why? Because she has abilities to not only attack, but defend herself. But that's not why. That makes her a good DLC hero, but that's not why she's game breaking. It is her nano grenade. You can use it as an anti-grenade, or you can use it to speed up the heals on your own heroes, mainly the tanks, because back in Season 3, this was the original GOATS meta, the Rota tank meta. Back in Season 3, what you would run is an Ana and a Lucio and a whole gang of tanks, and you would use your nano grenade, splash it on your tanks, amp it up with Lucio, and the heals would stack. You would get double heals with Ana, double heals with Lucio. You were able to heal all these tanks in mass without needing to waste all your ammo. It was a very broken time, but again, so many people look at Ana through the rose-tinted colored glasses because this was a great time in Overwatch. There weren't a lot of game-breaking DLC heroes. This was just a good hero to use. But no, I'm calling her out because she's been going on far too long and far too good of a hero to not receive any nerfs because, God, she just keeps getting better. Like the nano boost, her ultimate got a buff like a couple of months ago, a year ago, I don't exactly remember. And even back then, it was such a good ultimate. Like, God dang, Ana was so good. You just had to be good and accurate, which I was not, which is why I played Mercy. But at the end of the day, she was a high skill cap hero where not everybody can unlock the quote unquote broken aspects about Ana. But the same can't be said for the number 4 spot because anybody could get the broken aspect about this hero, but there's really only one aspect, which is why she beats out Ana, but why she's at number 4. And ladies and gentlemen, this is gonna be our favorite Latina hero, SOMBRA. Sombra came out right after Ana at the BlizzCon in 2016 and was a very unique entry of a hero and still is a very unique hero to this very day. I mean, nobody can do what Sombra does, which is interact with health packs and also hack enemy teammates. And that's where she becomes a little bit confusing and still is somewhat confusing nowadays, where she's this DPS hero, but she's kind of a support hero because she's able to hack health packs. Like, what is her purpose? And at least back when she was first introduced, she was a support hero in a weird sort of way. Basically, what you would do is that you would go around hacking every single health pack, but especially the mega health packs. And every single time someone on your team used that health pack, especially a tank, and especially on the mega health packs, that would feed into your ultimate, meaning that you were able to build your EMP so fast if your teams were fighting in lots of firefights, but maximizing their health with the health packs, meaning that every single time you got your EMP, it was basically an I win button, and still is an I win button. Now, it's her EMP that still makes her a consistently broken hero, but back in 2016, even more of a broken hero because, again, you were able to hack all these health packs, take them away from the enemy team, and if you use them, you were able to get the best ultimate ability in the game, or at least one of the best ultimates ability, and still is one of the best ultimates ability because you're able to make everybody a sitting duck. And that's why she was a broken hero and still is somewhat a broken DLC hero. I'm really trying to look at when they first got released, at least back in 2017, 2016, where she was really utilized. Yeah, that was a pretty broken aspect about her. But what about recently? You know, we've been looking at 2016 heroes. What about now in 2020 or 2019? Well, we gotta look at one of the most recently released heroes, and I ain't talking about Echo. Just keep watching the video. No. I'm talking about the old fart Sigma. Sigma alongside Rogue Q was a match made in heaven. Why? Because it welcomed double shield. It took a little bit of time. I'm gonna admit, at first, I didn't think Sigma was gonna be that broken of a hero. I saw a shield and thought, yeah, it's a middle ground between Reinhardt and Orisa, but it won't be replacing either of the two. He'll just kind of be doing his own thing. And then it did replace Reinhardt, and that's like, oh, yikes. So then guess what happened in the game? Yep, it broke because it spawned a specific meta. With Sigma, you had to run an Orisa because double shield was so good. But then because of those two tanks, you had to run specific DPS heroes. Reaper and Mei was some of the best DPS heroes to counter those two heroes. But then you had to run a Baptiste so that every single time as Sigma rose your team, you were able to throw down Immortality, protect you from the crunch that you were inevitably gonna have. And then sometimes you would run like a Moira, or then maybe sometimes a Zenyatta. And yeah, in the DPS spot, maybe you can replace the Reaper with a Doomfist, but again, those are like one or two options. There are so many other heroes that you can play, but because of Sigma, and because of what he needed or what he could provide, it really caused a specific meta that left a bad taste in so many people's mouths. So I don't know if that's cheating because it's not necessarily Sigma that was broken, but he did break the game because he spawned a meta that lasted so long. But wanna know what is gonna be your broken hero? Let's just predict the future here because I was wrong about Sigma, but I won't be wrong about the number 2 spot. Echo is going to be one of the most game-breaking heroes in Overwatch. And trust me, I will make a separate video going into details as to why Echo will be not only one of the best DPS heroes, but just one of the best heroes in Overwatch. But as it stands right now, she's just a good DPS hero. Like, her damage is really good. She's able to 1v1 lost squishies, whether it's a sniper, whether it's an up-close hero like Mei or Reaper. You just have to watch out for the cooldowns. But she's also a good tank buster, a good shield buster if you just use your cooldowns, your abilities in the right sort of way, and then her ultimate. Like, this is such a cop-out, but I'm not wrong. She could, if she's not the best hero, she can become one of the best heroes. If you want the Junkrat Riptire without the cancer of Junkrat, you can get the Junkrat, build up your tire, and then boom, get 3 kills easy. If you want to play, say, a Reinhardt and get that easy Earth Shatter, or just get that easy protection to counter that Reinhardt, boom, you got the shield, and then you got the Earth Shatter, make the enemy Reinhardt look silly. Echo provides so much opportunity that I just know people are going to be complaining about her in a couple of months because she does way too much for one single hero. I can't wait to make that video because you're going to see how good Echo is. But do you guys want to know who did break the game the most for the longest time and is still one of the most broken heroes talked about to this very day? You know who I'm talking about. You know who I am speaking of. I can't say her name without just spawning so many nightmares. So much tragedy just came about this hero. Every single time he forced the player, it just caused a meta that just left such... It's Brigitte. Brigitte is the most game-breaking DLC hero. Now, again, I really want to focus on when they first released, and this is an obvious choice, because when she first released, yep, she caused goats. You played a Reinhardt, D.Va, and Zarya, then for support, you played the Brigitte, obviously, Zenyatta, and Lucio, and for the whole entire for most of 2019, this is all that you saw. Whether it was in the Overwatch League or in your own very games, it was that good of a comp. And who was the backbone behind this composition? Brigitte. You couldn't run goats without the Brigitte. Yeah, you might be able to swap the Zenyatta for a Mora. Maybe you could swap like the D.Va with it, but no, you needed the Brigitte. So just like Sigma, it spawned a meta. And I think that's a good enough reason as to why she's deserving of the #1 spot. But not only that, because of Brigitte, because of the GOAT's composition, they changed competitive. They added role queue. They added hero bans. That literally broke the internal code of the game to the point where the Overwatch team, the dev team, had to go in and rework the whole entire foundation of how competitive an Overwatch worked. Like, that is such a powerful hero. Not only did it require nerfs and buffs for a bunch of other heroes, but it required a nerf of the game. The game of Overwatch. Brigitte slowly and surely got nerfed, but it wouldn't prevent so many Overwatch League DPS players having to switch to tank or support or inevitably switch to Valorant because they had to deal with Brigitte for the entire second season of Overwatch. And I think this is the biggest reason why so many people just kind of fell out of love of Overwatch, is because of the meta that Brigitte spawned. As sad as it might sound, if Brigitte wasn't added into Overwatch, we might see flying cars in the game. Like you know the meme, if Soulja Boy was the president of the United States, then we would just be in this amazing utopia. That would be the exact same world if Brigitte wasn't added into the game. But that is what I would be considering the top 5 most broken heroes in Overwatch. The DLC heroes that were the most game-breaking, that just left so many bad tastes in people's mouths. People were already salty, but now their whole entire mouth is just one giant salt rock. I'm gonna go. I love you guys. Thank you guys for watching. Please let me know what you think of the most game-breaking heroes in Overwatch, and I'll see you guys next week. I love you guys, and bye.